Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kairina binti Ma'aruf, matric number I1910J591. Chapter 4, Ethical and Social Issues in Information System. Subtopic 4.2, what specific principles for conduct can be used to guide ethical decision? Non-obvious relationship awareness, NORA. NORA technology can take information about people from disparate sources and find obscure non-obvious relationship. Watch list, incidents and arrest system, customer transaction system, telephone records, human resources system, and NORA alerts. So for this slide, we will go through two basic concepts: responsibility, accountability, and liability. Responsibility is the element of ethical action. Accountability features of system and social institutions, and liability is the responsibility further to the area of laws. What is due process? Due process is law governance societies and is a process in which law are known and understood, and ability exists to appear to higher authorities to ensure that the laws are applied correctly. These basic concepts form the underpinning of an ethical analysis of information systems and those who manage them. First, information technology are filtered through social institutions, organizations, and individuals. Systems do not have impact by themselves. Whatever information system effects exist are products of institutional, organizational, and individual action and behavior. Second, responsibility for the consequences of technology falls clearly on the institutions, organizations, and individual managers who choose to use the technology. Using information technology in a socially responsible manner means that you can and will be held accountable for the consequences of your action. Third, in an ethical political society, individuals and others can recover damage done to them through a set of laws characterized by due process. Ethical analysis. There are 5 steps. First is identify and describe the fact clearly. Find out who did what to whom and where and when and how. In many instances, you will be surprised at the errors in the initially reported fact, and often you will find that simply getting the fact straight helps define the solution. It also helps to get the opposing parties involved in an ethical dilemma to agree on the fact. Second, define the conflict or dilemma and identify the higher order values involved, such ethical, social, and political issue always reference higher value. The parties to a dispute all the claim to be pursuing higher values. In example, freedom, privacy, protection of property, and the free enterprise system. Typically, an ethical issue involves a dilemma is two diametrically opposed course of action that support worthwhile words. For example, the chapter opening case study illustrates two competing values: the need to make organization more efficient and cost-effective, and the need to respect individual privacy. Third, identify the stakeholders. Every ethical, social, and political issue has a stakeholders. Players in the game who have an interest in the outcome, who have invested in the situations, and usually who have vocal opinions. Fourth, identify the option that you can reasonably take. You may find that none of the options satisfy all the interests involved, but that some options do a better job than others. And last but not least, identify the potential consequences of your options. Some options may be ethically correct but deleterious from other point of view. Other option may work in one instance but not in a similar instance. Always ask yourself, what if I choose this option consistently over time? Next is candidate ethical principles. In these candidate ethical principles, they have 6 ethical principles. First, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, the golden rules. Second, if an action is not right for everyone to take, it is not right for anyone. Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative. Third, if an action cannot be taken repeatedly, it is not right to take at all. For the action that achieve the highest of greater value. Fifth, the action that produce the least harm or the least potential cost. And last but not least, assume that virtually all tangible and intangible objects are owned by the someone else unless there is a specific declaration otherwise. Next is professional codes of conduct. Professional codes of conduct are promulgated by associations of professionals such as the American Medical Associations AMA, the American Bar Associations ABA, the Associations of Information Technology Professionals AITP, and the Associations for Computing Machinery ACM. These professional groups are responsibility for the partial regulations of their professions by determine entrance qualifications and competence. Next is some real-world ethical dilemmas. Business owner might feel obligated to monitor employee email and internet use to minimize drain on productivity. Employees might believe they should be able to use the internet for short personal tasks in place of the telephone. And last, a close analysis of the fact can sometimes produce compromised solutions that give each other or each side half a loaf. Conclusion. 6 ethical principles for judging conduct include the golden rules, Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative, the slippery slope rules, the utilitarian principles, the risk aviation principles, and the ethical non-free lunch rules. These principles should be used in conjunction with an ethical analysis. So, in this subtopic, we can differentiate between responsibility, accountability, and liability. And then we can list and describe the 5 steps in the ethical analysis. And lastly, we can identify and describe 6 ethical principles. Okay, that's all from me. So thank you.